God is good. Let's just take a few minutes. We're dealing with a time now. It's a long time to backslide now. Long time to give up. It's wonderful. You already did the intro? No. Turn with me to Luke 18 in your Bible. The thing that I do, I take a lot of times growing up in the church, so many issues came up as a young brother in the church, and dealing with myself, dealing with saints, and fighting the devil and your heart, dealing with your own heart. There's a lot of things that wasn't talked about, and that if nobody opened up their mouth and communicated about surviving and what they went through to live this life, then the enemy can come and tell a person that you're the only one dealing with this. And so I try to bring those things out that I had to deal with. Y'all cut the child out who was over there talking. And it's a life that we live in. And some people grab hold to it, some people don't. It's a choice that every individual, because when you start really coming to God and living this life, you're going to be despised. And the shocking part is, it was, I kind of got used to the tests. What baffled me was who the enemy used. And the false perception of church is, before I got saved, people had a perception once you go to church, everything gonna be all right, and man, we go through tests and trials. And if you don't receive your tests and trials properly, then you can pick up a bad spirit. Even if the individual wronged you, you could still be the one that's judged, even though you was the one that was wrong, because you wouldn't grasp, you wouldn't understand, you wouldn't get the teaching in you. Because righteous people will despise you, and you say, well, let me change that statement. People who think they're righteous in their own eyes. Luke 18 and 9, read.
And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others.
So you got a set of people that think they righteous because they in a religious institution, but they despise other people. You'll be surprised of the people who are in the church but despise God's people. They were righteous and despised others. They're sitting here, and then God reveals who's who. So when you're young and you're coming up, when I'm talking about young, I'm not talking about just a physical age. I mean, you can get saved and you 40, 50 years old. You're a baby. You can come to the truth and been in religion all your life. You're a baby in the Lord. So don't think I'm talking about, somebody 15, 16, 17. I'm talking about a person new to the truth, some person who just got saved, understanding what kind of life we live. Because you have tests in the church, tests out of the church. Tests is what got us to the church. It's where life was treating us. And then when God wants you to go higher, tell somebody you have some tests in the church. So they say that they were righteous and they despised others. So I'm prepping the babies to understand when you see certain things in the church, when you see people acting a certain way, that's why your eyes don't supposed to be focused on them. The Bible says, look unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. And then you got your pastor. we are not lords over the flock, but we are the example. This is a congregation of example. It's your leader, your pastor's example. Because the pastor has the heart of God. So another person just preaching and another person just in a position. So when the person got the heart of God, we can look at you all when we watch for your soul. I can see the good. I can see what God sees. While other people looking at the way you act, what you do, and they have a right to. They have a right to judge you by your actions. To tell somebody they don't always be like this. So when a young saint come in and they really trying to live right, it's baffling to see the people who think they think they righteous, and the way they act. And don't get me wrong now, these people can be saved. They can be saved people, but it's something when somebody been around a long time and they'll sit around and they'll pop right in front of the face. That's how children grow up and being in the house with parents, and then that son can see an aggressive mother, and his aggression already in the males to be robust. And then now he's getting it twisted. You see a female that's aggressive, which creates homosexuality. Because the aggressiveness is in the male. It's in there. But he see it coming from a woman. She aggressive in the home. She talk loud. She nasty. You know, you create problems. Luke 18:10, let's see how Jesus, see what got them upset is when Jesus started speaking about the righteous acting people in the church. Read.
2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men, or extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. I fast twice in the week, I give tithes of all that I possess. And the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
Young saint, do not turn your head to what you see. You do not distance yourself as far as learning from these people who are self-righteous. They will teach you what not to do. So many times I had to say it to myself. I didn't have nobody to talk to me like a saint. Coming up in the church, so many times I'll be around seasoned saints who've been around the church a long time. I'm young, still learning and looking at a person's life, and then I can see, because I was a person in the church, when a visitor came, I would focus on the visitor. I wasn't a pastor. I was just a young minister. And I knew the attention is supposed to go to the visitor. The attention is supposed to come to the new person. The Lord said he'll leave 99 just and go to one unjust. So my mind would be focused on that. So not only would I be looking at that person, God was prepping me to be a pastor. Not only would I be looking at that person, I'd be looking at how people acted around it. And I had to go in a protective mode, because saved people get to the place where they don't care. They start witnessing for themselves, and they start witnessing for the enemy. Because it's baffling for you to be gifted and you go and help somebody. You help somebody get saved. You help somebody and they're down sitting in life, and then they could turn around and look at you and see you with an attitude. See you do something out of the way. And so forth. Now that get confusion to a young person in the Lord. They just saw God use you, or they just saw a kind gesture from you, and then they turn around and see you playing around. You pouting. They had admiration and then they had to take it away because you gave it away. Because we're dealing in a time now where people been in the church a long time, they don't care nothing about displaying their anger, their attitude, their funny ways. And I'm determined to help these young saints. You don't have to be that way. You can look at it and say, okay, God teaching me through every one of you all. He's teaching me through all of you all. Some of you all gonna show me what to do, and the rest of you all gonna show me what not to do. I refuse for me to lay my hands on somebody and they get filled with the Holy Ghost and then to turn around and be living half saved. The person will get confused. Or you're an enemy on the cross and think you saved. The Bible says that they were righteous and despised others. Why? Because they didn't go through themselves. Luke 7 in the Bible and 39 read.
Now when the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, This man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that toucheth him, for she is a sinner.
Now, Jesus is operating in his ministry. And when you're young, obedient, young and gifted, equal young and blessed and despised. Jesus operating in his ministry, and they sitting back watching, trying to find something. So now, you mean to tell me he's supposed to be a prophet? You don't know that woman a sinner? He over there helping, he over there. So now, when you bless and you're growing up in the Lord, you got to watch out for them people who just sit back and find fault in every little thing you do. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just growing up in the Lord. Y'all love the Lord? Again, Luke 15:2, same situation. Jesus operating in ministry, and people sitting back watching, finding fault. Read Luke 15:2. Read.
And the Pharisees and scribes murmured.
This the church folk. Pharisees and scribes and the church folk. Read.
Murmured, saying, This man receiveth sinners and eateth with them.
Now, see, so they're watching Jesus and trying to find fault in whatever you do. When you start growing in the Lord, people try to find fault in what you're doing. You trying to be real. And they want to throw their past up. Well, I've been here 20 years, I've been here 30 years, you just got here. But I remember I was in prayer, and I heard I had been saved no more than about 6 months. And one of the 20-year saints said, oh, you know what? You don't fight for the Lord, but run while it lasts, because it ain't going to last long. Don't be talking while I'm teaching. He said, you don't fight for the Lord. I said, but it ain't going to last long. I said, what? Well, I mean, why would you tell me that? He said, I'm just preparing you. It ain't going to last long. And I'm young in the church, and I'm looking at a person who I consider experienced, should be giving me wisdom and knowledge, giving me insight on how to walk this walk. And I went in prayer and I cried. I said, Lord, why do you do this? Why do you make a person feel so wonderful like yourself, and then it ain't going to last? It's just going to leave. And the Lord told me, he said, that's that person's experience. That's their experience. I said, so I don't have to feel his love, feel his joy, feel his peace, and then leave? The Lord told me no. He said, if you don't change, he said, I ain't going to change. What happened is people change, and they start living off what they used to do in the church. So I went into prayer one night, and this particular person was in prayer, and they were down there crying. I said, Lord, give him a joy back. Give him a joy. I said, wait a minute. This man just told me that my being on fire and this joy I got wasn't going to last long. You got to give him a joy back. Give him a joy back. But Instead of just sitting there prejudging, I started watching his life. He didn't come to church every now and then. He didn't fellowship. He sat around and talked about things, and he lost his joy. He lost his place. And when he talked, all he talked about is the way the church. Man, I remember the church used to be on fire. Now, tell us about the church on fire today.
Church on fire today.
Just to show that we got Joshua and Sharita in here, the church on fire. We doing fire. Amen. Amen. Why? Because God is increasing. You're touching somebody else's heart. I'm going to make sure that I don't throw them off. They come to church looking for God, and they're supposed to see God in us. Don't y'all get thrown off sitting around here looking at different people in the church and how they act and how they ways and so on. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be that light. He said, let your light so shine. Instead of sitting here, you know what? It's hard for me. It's going to be hard for you. No, it's not. It's a blessed life. It don't get no better than this. Let me tell y'all something. This is the best life you can live. Don't let these Negroes change you. This is a wonderful life. I don't care who walk around here with a frown on their face, who walk around here with an attitude. One day you speak in a tongue, one day you run. Turn it off. Something wrong with you. You don't even care. You ain't even thinking about it. Now, don't Sharita, Joshua, y'all babies, so you don't care nothing if it'll throw the babies off. You don't care. Somebody come to seek God and get their life changed, and then they see you in the church sitting around here. I don't care. I don't like them no how. You don't care if the babies hear you. You don't care if they look at you and say, I don't want to come out to church there. That's why the Bible tells you that they say that we are not lords over the flock, but we the example. You want to ask a question, ask your pastor. Let me ask you some folks right now who think they deep and can't live their deepness. Y'all know the Lord? Everything yesterday didn't go the way I wanted to go. Everything. Spent a whole day going to Atlanta. Nothing turned out the way I wanted to. And I said, Lord, I want to know a black man go in the bank with some money. And they don't want to take it. And I said, and the Lord said, he said, what did you want to accomplish? He said, I wanted to hurry and get this construction work started in Alabama. And the Lord said, my plan better than yours. Nothing went the way I wanted to. Nothing went the way I wanted to. Everything went the way God wanted it to. If I was in my feelings or my flesh, I would have sure used my black card. Because that's what I felt. I mean, you're doing this because I'm black. Sitting here with these men who rich. And I'm sitting here, the poor fella. I'm walking here, and I can't even deposit no money in the bank. Because I'm depositing money. You won't let me deposit no money in the bank? And the Lord said to me, did you want this project started fast? He said, I cut you away from the people who trying to hold you back. And now it was my own bank. When I finish with this project, I'm going to take all that money out of it and find another bank. Taking all of it, I'm going to finish what I'm doing further. So now, these are the people that we're going to hold back. These are the people who are going to say, you can't touch this. You can't touch your, okay, if you don't let me deposit my own money, you don't let me touch my own money. That's how racist the world is now. But instead of me commenting, instead of me saying anything, I just sat there and God worked the whole thing out. And the project started as of today.
Thank you,
With me, my plan was, well, if I heard him do the song, that's why I rushed up to Atlanta. I heard him do the song, then we could be a week early. So we'll start on it next week a week and a half from now. That was my plan. And if I didn't do it yesterday, I looked at it as Monday be starting, and then we'll be 2 weeks after Monday. So we were rushing up there yesterday. I said, well, next week this time, we get everything started. What was Wednesday. So next Wednesday, everything gets started. When God finished, everything started today. But you didn't tell me. You can't respond out of your flesh. You can't assume that everything gonna be done the way you think it's gonna be done. When you seeking God, God got another plan, and then you're gonna have to be close enough to God. You gotta be temperate, you gotta be patient. That when you go through the rough edges, make sure you don't burn no bridges, make sure you ain't mess stuff up, so that when He revealed to you His plan, you say, oh, I didn't know this what you was doing. But when it come through, being despised. I was despised yesterday. You know, walking in there with a tick, big old tick, a project remodeling the church. You want cash? I can't deposit. I said, man, I don't want to take no cash. I just want to deposit it in the bank. Let it sit in there. Nope. Nope. My flesh went to talk. I wasn't sitting there. Shut up. You know, your spirit will talk. You got to watch out when your spirit goes to talk and make around your mouth go to agree with it. So I wouldn't let my mouth, I said, I just sit there and shook my head. I said, Lord, help me, Lord, help me, Lord. And the whole time, nothing was going my way. It was going His way. When you got righteous people who feel just because things don't go the way they're supposed to go, that they'll make you be wrong. They'll try to make you feel bad. Because here I am, I'm trying to live right. Only thing I want God to get the glory out of whatever going on. Tell somebody I want God to get the glory. I ain't got time to be sitting around here getting mad. So since I wasn't a person who was quick to anger, even though I felt a certain way, I didn't say nothing. And then they started saying something. The white brothers that were with me, they said, hey, what y'all doing? You know, I'm sitting there just quiet. And the white brothers sitting there. I ain't never heard nothing like this. Everything that I wanted to say out of my mouth, they start saying. They said, what is this? And so when it was all over with, they said, well, you know, the check I got, they got it in their pocket. They said, well, we got it. We'll have it. What? I said, we'll have it. I said, I've never seen nothing like this. Now they got an attitude. If you just humble yourself, you'll see God fight your battle. As long as you want to sit there and you want to pout and run your mouth and be prejudging, you ain't got no hell to put nobody in. Y'all better be glad these folks ain't got no hell to put you in, because you'd have been in there. Tell somebody you can't send me nowhere. God and your pastor will send you, and God works through your pastor. Y'all love the Lord? You won't let somebody run you off from the church and they ain't even in their place. They just go to church. They just go to church. Don't mean they're in their place. Watch a person life. Don't just say, how long you been here? Well, I've been here 27 years. And y'all just got here. Well, if you can't live it, well, excuse me. I ain't gonna say nothing hard. I'm just gonna praise the Lord. I sit back and watch you. Okay, so they just roll their eyes at that person? Okay, I know not to do that. Oh, they walk in here frowning up? Oh, I know not to do that. You know. They in here shouting, speaking in tongues, after church. You know what? I can't stand you. I know not to do that. You down there tearing, push, and the person get the Holy Ghost, and then you get up, man, see, ain't nobody can do this like me. God want to use me. Watch out for them.
Yes, sir.
Watch out for them. The glory seekers. Young saints, I ain't talking about no age. Don't let these old saints fool you. Some of them bitter. They're bitter. And they feel like this is a hard life. If you're going to witness to something, it got to be a good life for you. I witness because I feel this is, I know this is the best life you can live. I know it. I don't care what I'm going through. It's better than when I was living for the devil. I don't care what tests come. At least I got a God that can carry me through it. I ain't going through it by myself. Even when trouble comes, you got a God with you now. Y'all love the Lord? You sitting around trying to figure out everything, you know. And they're trying to portray as if suicide, you know, hanging suicide, then got worse. Are you crazy? You must be crazy. The only way your mind gonna get to something like that, I had to find all that stuff for all sake. Only way your mind gets to stuff like that, when you don't see nothing but darkness. You don't see nothing better. The thing about God, there's gonna be some light in your dark place. Y'all love the Lord? Amen. Look what these self-righteous people do. First Samuel 15 and 30. Look how the self-righteous do. Read.
Then he said, I have sinned, yet honor me now.
He said, now, you know you ain't right, but you still want the honor. You know you ain't right, and you still want to preach. You know you ain't right, you still want to be over something. You know you ain't right. Now, when you ain't right, all you got to do is confess and repent. That's all you got to do. But you know your intention. And they say, I sinned, but yet honor me now. Read. This is what Saul did. Read.
I pray thee, before the elders of my people and before Israel, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord thy God.
Now, so what it says, you know I ain't right, but still honor me in front of the people. Get me before all the elders and all of Israel, and let's just go worshiping God. But you know I'm sin. You know I ain't right. You know I ain't right. If I want to be crooked, I wouldn't have came to the church. I didn't come in no church to play around. I ain't come in no church to be no hoe. Well, you listen to me. I would have stayed out there in the streets. I came in here because I wanted to live a better life. I came in here because I got tired of smoking dope. I came in here because I was miserable in sin. I didn't come in here to live the life I used to live out there. I didn't come in here for that. Are y'all listening to me? I came in here because I heard it was a better life, and I am a witness. It is a better life. I don't care how hard it gets. It's better than where I came from. Are you listening to me? I don't care who roll their eyes. I don't care who talk about me. You ain't running me away from nowhere. My mind, man, I know Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't care who decide to go to sin. I don't care who want to sit in here and play around. You ain't going to get me in your club. I'm in the body of Christ, and that's where I'm going to stay. So you got people think they're in the body of Christ. They think they're saved in the church with an attitude, and you're just so free. That's the way, it's free. Now I don't like them. Free. You don't care if the baby's here or not. We got some 20-year-old babies. We got some 30-year-old babies, 40-year-old babies, 50-year-old babies. You know, Sarita ain't gonna tell us how old she is. She's one of them ages. Y'all love the Lord? This is a wonderful life. And God do have people that live. God got some real people. Don't get thrown off. I don't care if the majority of the folks live in a certain way. Don't get thrown off and thinking, well, you know what? This ain't no different than it was before I came. Yes, it is different. Because what you see is temporary. The Bible said when you're in God, you start experiencing eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard. We start seeing and hearing. This morning, now, I'm in bed, and God started talking to me. You have to get up and talk to him. But I could just wake up and he started talking to me. And this is what he gave me. young and obedient, young and gifted, young and despised. People young and despised. He said, this is what the young people, the young saints gonna have to deal with. They're young and they're obedient. They're young and I deposit the gifts in them. He said it's gonna equal young and despised. And then either you're gonna adjust and walk with God, or you're gonna be young and bitter. But you thinking you're supposed to go through this. That's what I went through. Young Brother McLeod, Minister McLeod, that's the stuff you went through. And the Lord told me, he said, you better not pick up not one spirit. So sit there and get mad. It's all part of me making you. And again, God had a better plan than my plan. My plan was, I'm thinking, get in the church, everybody's supposed to love everybody. But tell somebody it don't work that way.
It don't work that way.
It don't work that way. Everybody don't love everybody. So the Lord turned around and said, if you get 2 or 3 gathered together in my name, he said, I'll be in the midst. And I believe we got it in him. He be in him. I got enough of them that agree with me, and God can come in the environment.
Yes, Lord.
So he said what? The tare and the wheat gonna grow together. As you are blessed when your enemies speak in tongues. You grow to the place where now you so that what? Now I gotta sanctify you among the sanctified. Why? Because I'm raising you up to be a leader. You might be a leader of leaders. You don't know how far he's gonna take you. Sister girl, you might be a first lady. You just around here sweeping the church, and he's raising you up to be a first lady. You know, I'm going through so much. Either you're gonna grow up and be that good first lady, or you'll grow up and be that bad first lady. That attitude is one. In a place that you can't even witness for God because you ain't happy in it. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
What verse we stopped at? That's where we at? Go to Isaiah 65 and 5. They around here smoke, blowing shotguns. You know. They were blowing shotguns in the Bible. Y'all know what shotgun is. They're blowing shotguns. Read Isaiah 65 and 5. Read.
Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, and a fire that burneth all the day.
You know, you're going to be holy and right now blowing shotguns. I want to be saved for real. Amen. All this stuff went on in the Bible. All this stuff went on in the Bible. It's a process. It's a life that you're doing. Some theologians believe that, now remember, Abel gave a blood sacrifice, and Cain gave a sacrifice for the ground, something that he grew. Some theologians believe it was weed. And he got his good stuff. So all this stuff in the Bible, it's just that people just get up and talk about one thing in the Bible. I'm so glad God painted the whole picture and showed you how it'll be all type of people. That's what I taught yesterday. The day before yesterday, different kind of church folk and so forth. So everything, all the Bible stuff is leading up to help these new saints grow, so they won't get thrown off. Man, how are they in the church and they acting like that? That's actually a sign that you are blessed. You blessed when folks sit back and find fault in what you do, and you know you're trying to do better. Tell somebody, I'm trying to do better. And then they just sit there and find fault in what you do. Do y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord, thank you, Jesus. 1 Corinthians, 1st chapter, in the 27th through the 29th verse, read.
But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound
I'm
the
sorry
wise.
you think you all that. God's gonna tell you what he chose. He's gonna tell you who you are. Tell somebody God talking about you now. Yeah, okay, we're finna read what he said about you. You know, actually you are blessed, but he's finna really tell you about yourself. Start at 27 verse. 1 Corinthians 1 and 27, read.
But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And these things of the world and things which are despised have God yet chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence.
Now, even in your upbringing, your family setting, relationships, working on your job, it says the 28th verse, and base things of the world and things which are despised, you have been treated different. If you're in him, you've been treated different. You've been treated unfair. And you don't want to get thrown off because he's saying, nah, you know you was weak before you came to me. And you know you was foolish. And you know you was despised. He said, but let me tell you something. I still chose you. I chose you. So don't sit back and condemn yourself with all this other stuff. He said, I chose the weak and the foolish things and the ones that are despised. I chose them. It's just that some people in their insecurities, after they've been walking with God a while, it started manifesting all over again, their insecurities, because they were rejected before they came here. So now it's been a rejection coming here now. Now they go back to their phobias. Well, people did me like this before when I was young, and I got a little complex. I can't stand to be around people who don't like me. You're supposed to be saved.
Yeah.
Who the Son set free, I'm free of that. I can't come in here and say, well, hey, I used to smoke dope, and every time somebody makes me mad, I got to go and smoke some dope. You're not allowed to. Amen. Amen. So don't tell me about what happened when you were 3 years old, when you were 5 years old, and you don't realize the Holy Ghost was supposed to overcome all of that. That's the purpose of God coming inside of you. For you to be an overcomer of what? Of what you've been through. Tell somebody, I got a past.
I got a past.
And they're going to stay back there too. It ain't coming back there.
Thank you.
It ain't going to be in my present, it ain't going to be in my future.
Thank you.
But you don't realize I'm insecure. You know, y'all pastor was the shy thing in the church. I was scared to get in front of people and talk. My heart was to beat fast. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all looking at right now. That feel, you call my name and you go, Clipper probably going through. He got to preach Sunday. What am I going to preach? I don't know what am I? And one day you feel like you got the message and all this ain't right. You be sitting there looking at it. We go through all that stuff. But God take that and read. And then some people be stuck right there. You know, I can't do it. I can't do it. Your whole saved life, you stuck on a level. But you didn't never even get up and try. You didn't even try. You didn't give him a chance to show you what he can do. Y'all love the Lord? He's not raising you up to be you. He's raising you up to be another person. A new creature. Zechariah 4 and 10, read.
For who hath despised the day of small things?
Look, you growing up, don't despise the days of small things. So I'll be telling you, King. Don't despise the days of small things. Me and my family had to sleep in the church. So sleeping in church ain't no big deal. That's the way I was brought up. We had to sleep in the church. I couldn't drive back and forth to Sebring, Florida, working in Lakeland, driving to Sebring. And we went to church 7 days a week like we do now. But I was driving to Sebring 7 days a week. So when I got off of work Thursday, I had to be back to work on Monday. Thursday, evening, I got off from work, I go down and see when we stayed in the church Sunday night, come back late. Then I had to drive back to see when on Tuesday for Bible study. Come drive back here to be to work at 3:30 in the morning. So Bible study wasn't like it is now. Y'all don't know how we got here. You know, we be out 8 o'clock, 8:30. Bible study didn't get out 10, 10:30, you know, 11 o'clock. That's the way it was back then. I had to drive from Sebring, get home by 12:31. I had to be to work at 3:30 in the morning. And God, despise not the days of small things. Before God pick you up, you're gonna crawl before you walk. God gonna bless you. You're gonna do a little bit better. Then He's gonna give you a little bit more. A little bit more. You know, I see these young people, they want to start out with a Mercedes Benz. They want to start. They'll pick out a car that look right before it run right. You know, man, that's nice right there. And then you ain't driving it for 30 days. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Tell somebody, I want to be saved for real.
I want to be saved for real.
When I was riding around in them Dumatillos, praying just to get to church, not going to see the Lord bless this car. Let's don't tire go flat. Lord, don't let the tire go flat. Trying to get on, don't let it go flat. Then fire, tire go flat. On the side of the road, change the tire. I pull in the Sebring, and one of the saints sitting on the curb, waiting. They're sitting out there waiting. That thing hurt me to my heart. Sitting out there waiting. That's why I don't be like to be late to church. Somebody want this thing bad. Gotta make sure I live this life. When the hurricane hit and 27 was underwater, Highway 27 would go down Sebring. It was underwater, literally. But I had a memory where the road at. So they're advising people not to drive, so I get in the church van and ride down there, and then the water go all the way up to the step of the van, and I'm driving down the road. I said, now I know where other people don't went too far over the ditch. I said, I know where the highway is. I'm just driving slow, you know. And my wife and my mama said, you don't need to go. There's a hurricane. I said, no, gotta go. And I drove up to Sister Thelma's house. That was the first member of the church. And I hadn't been pastoring long. She hadn't been delivered no more than about a week or two. She was alcoholic. And I pulled up to her house, pick up, go to church. And she hollered. She said, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. I said, what happened, Sister Thelma? She said, I was finna go into the drink. You pulled it up. And she ain't touched another drink for the rest of her life. When she died, it was some years later, like 15, 20 years later. When she died, she hadn't took another drink in her life. So that day, I was determined to get down there, because we had one member. Only had one member of the church. And I wanted to live the life of her. I taught a Bible study on witchcraft. The women won't work. And she came home, and her husband, who had left her, I just taught that Bible story on the women won't work. And I think that man has a dead chicken and some rotten eggs and some cheese or something. He said, Pastor, guess what? This man trying to put some roof on me, but the women won't work. She would clean it up and throw it away. Or cook that chicken. You know? And she was just laughing. And then the husband lost his mind. See, when you can absorb the teaching, then it'll work for you. So instead of her sitting there becoming bitter because all of these tests she's going through trying to live right and so forth, and she listening to the teaching and following the teaching, and it worked. This word of God is supposed to come alive in your life. What you read about, you're supposed to experience. If God did healing in the Bible, it's supposed to be healing in your life. If God filled these people up with the Holy Ghost, you're supposed to be filled with the Holy Ghost. You ain't saved if you ain't filled with the Holy Ghost. Speaking in tongues. He got that for everybody. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord thank you, Jesus. So despise not the days of small things. Job 8:7. Read.
Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase.
Y'all catching me on my latter end. Y'all catching me on my latter end of the ministry. You weren't there 30-some years ago. Small beginning. Preaching for a year and a half and not one member. Got a church building, but they have one member preaching here. I'm saying, Lord, what else am I supposed to do? I'm doing what you say do. So I'm making you. Have patience. Sometimes God will send you through a series of tests just to teach you something, so that you can be a light to people. And by the time he saved the first person down there, which was Sister Thelma, when he saved her, he said, you're going to appreciate every individual that comes to the church. You ain't going to be that arrogant pastor. And look, I was talking to a pastor one time. I said, it's a good neighborhood to start a church in. He said, these people ain't got no money here. I said, good. This neighborhood we need to be in. And they sell dope down. I said, oh yeah, man, this is where we need to be at. Right here. And look at that man. I said, what kind of pastor you is? So you just go and you look for rich people? They ain't gotta have no money, they got a soul. Y'all love the Lord? Amen. So when God send you all the stuff that I experienced, develop that in me. I made sure that I don't be arrogant. I made sure that I don't be the lustful pastor. I made sure, because I saw all of that stuff coming up. I saw men of God who had, their house was pretty, but their church was ragged. They had nice cars, but the church didn't have a little ragged church van. Boom, boom, boom. They ride around in Lincoln Continental and Cadillacs. So Lord, I don't want to be like that. So if I'm going to have something for the Lord, then I'm going to have something for my life. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to have a church somewhere bigger than the house I'm living in. I'm going to be, my house ain't going to be the size of the church. One of these churches is going to be bigger than my house. Got several of them bigger than my house. Y'all love the Lord? Yes, you're living in a big old house. I mean, you got a little bit, you got money because I see you put it in your personal house. But you ain't putting nothing in the church. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord, thank you, Jesus. Tell him, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Anybody want to be saved for real? So now, I want you to listen to these scriptures I'm going to give now. We're dealing with the light. Jesus is the light of the world, and we're going to see, watch this process. And these scriptures I'm going to give you now, dealing with you as the light. Proverbs 4:18. Read.
But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
Okay, now, the shining light. Y'all know the illustration I give. Let me see if we can do it tonight. Everybody turn your flashlight on your phone. You got a phone. Turn the flashlight on your phone. Okay, everybody. Don't look at me if you got a flashlight. Turn it off. All right. I need somebody over there to turn all them lights off over there. Okay, now everybody hold your light up. Hold your light up. All right? Now, you're holding your light up. You hold your light up. It ain't hardly doing nothing. Turn the lights off. Okay, now see, your light shine brighter in dark places. Okay, now, one by one, I want all of y'all to turn your light off. All of y'all turn your light off. Everybody out there turn your light off. Turn your light off. All right? Now, I made my light shine even brighter. So if you're going to grow in God, you got to put you in a dark place.
Thank you, Jesus.
And your light shine brighter.
Hallelujah.
You're going to surround you around all kinds of controversial, funny acting people.
Thank you,
or
Lord.
evil acting people so your
Thank you,
light can
Jesus.
shine brighter.
Hallelujah.
Some more religious acting church folk. Everything so your light can shine bright. You turn them lights on for somebody to scared. No, for somebody to go to sleep. Let me change that. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Tell somebody I'm on the right track.
I'm on the right track.
Because I got enough haters.
Yes, sir.
Put me in a dark place. You know, I'll be alone. I could be around a whole lot of people and still be alone. Anybody here know what I'm talking about? I just don't fit into your circle. You know, I don't want to be that person who's standing office and don't want to be around none of y'all. Thank God raising you up on an island by yourself. God ain't raising you up on no island by yourself. We a body that's fit to join together. If you ain't part of the body, you ain't saved.
Yes, sir.
You don't cut your arm off and think, well, the arm gonna live over here without the body. The arm gonna die. It got to be connected to the body. Tell somebody you got to be connected to the body. If you want to live, you got to be connected to the body. You ain't no such thing. You got a relationship with God, and you ain't got no relationship with us. 1 John 1 and 3. You're going to have fellowship with us. That's your job. 1 John 1 and 3. Man, on the show you stay there because I want you to wait along because you can take it long. So make sure you stay in that email. 1 and 3. So, y'all love the Lord? Amen. 1 John 1 and
3. That which we have seen and heard declare we unto you, that ye also may have fellowship with us.
May have fellowship with us.
And truly our fellowship is with the Father.
Then you're going to have a fellowship with the Father.
And with His Son,
And with
Jesus
His Son.
Christ. And these things write we unto you, that your
Now,
joy.
you're going to have fellowship with us. These folks right here talking about they saved and they ain't got fellowship with us. Just because you gifted. You've been around the church a long time. You got a nasty attitude and funny ways. But God can use you. And you don't have fellowship with us. You're self-righteous. You think you're better than everybody else. I refuse to sit here and let you be arrogant and I got to be humble. I will expose your behind. Y'all love the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
You forgot where you came from. We all came from a mess. Amen?
Amen.
And y'all act like y'all ain't said nothing. You ain't been like this. You remember where you came from. Don't be sitting here like you've been saved all your life. Sitting here like you ain't never made no mistake. You can't look down on nobody. You hear by grace. We hear by grace and mercy. That's how we hear. If it had not been for the Lord, you'd have been worse than what you are.
Yes, Lord.
You weren't even no good sinner. You was a sinner and you wasn't good at it. You was a broke sinner. They played on you. They lied on you and everything else. You was a failure in your sin. So don't act like you were successful in sin. God came and picked us up and cleaned us up.
Yes, sir.
What? No good people like us. And say, these my children. He put us in the family of God. He loved us when we was a mess. When we was in sin, yet he still died for us. And y'all know you came from sin. And he died way before you were born.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank
And
you,
he died for you.
Hallelujah.
Somebody will tell you that.
Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah.
Died for messed up me.
Hallelujah.
I got to praise him. I got to give him glory. St. John 1 and 4. We're still dealing with the light.
In him was life, and the life was the light of men.
Your life be the light of men. Now watch this. Matthew 5 and 16. What he said.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
He said, now let your light so shine before good men. But we got a problem here in St. John 3 and 19. Read.
And this is the condemnation, that the light is come into the
The
world,
light is coming to the world,
and men love darkness
but men love darkness. So you're going to be saved and growing and despised. Because your light shining, but men love darkness. Read.
rather than light,
Read.
because their deeds were evil.
Because they ain't right. So your life is the light. Now you live in the life, then somebody in your generation or somebody on your job or somebody in the church or somebody somewhere see your light shining. But people love darkness. Well, who you supposed to be? You know. So you ain't gonna laugh at our joke? Let your light so shine. And when your light shine, it shows others naked. So somebody gonna despise you. Don't get thrown off who the enemy used. Because it don't necessarily mean that the person going to hell is testing you. They just part of but I showed you all when Paul got mad. Paul got mad at everybody. And he was an apostle. He was saved. But it was some issues they had to deal with in life. Proverbs 11 in your Bible. I'm about finished. Proverbs 11 to 12. Read.
He that is void of wisdom and despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. So the person that's really not wise, that's the person that you turn around and despise their neighbor. When I see Joshua and Sharita get blessed, that means to me, oh man, I got me another blessing on the way. Right? I saw them get blessed. The family them got bigger. So what I look like, despise it. You know, Joshua might end up richer than all of them. You know, he just got here. You don't know, Sharita might grow and be the praying woman of the year.
Yes, sir.
Praying mountains be moving. But she ain't been around here long. Yeah, but she might have get a prayer through. You could have been sitting here picking up no attitude. Y'all love the Lord?
Yes, sir.
Thank God that we can have a rich brother. That means our church ain't never poor again. Thank God we have a sister. We go and say, hey, can you pray with me on this Sunday? Instead of looking at why he blessed them like that, why he didn't bless me like that. I've been going through this here for 20 years and they just walk in the door and get blessed like that. I've been waiting on some money for 20 years now. I ain't got nothing. But a stimulus check. And they won't even give him a second one. Y'all love the Lord?
Amen.
Tell the Lord, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Tell somebody I'm going to be saved for real.
I want to be saved for real.
Young and obedient. Young and gifted. Young and blessed and despised. Don't let them rolling eyes change you, young person. Don't let people try to give you their religious wisdom that didn't work for them. But this the way people are. You ain't coming over here. You ain't telling me about no saint if you ain't living nothing in front of me.
Yes, sir.
Don't you talk about none of my brothers and sisters if you ain't living nothing. Don't tell me what you think about this one, what you think about them. Get out of my face talking about my brothers and my sisters. Amen.
Amen.
You ain't got to say nothing. I say it.
Say it.
Proverbs 23 and 9, what it say? Read.
Speak not in the ears of a fool.
Why you keep speaking to a fool? No, that's a cuss word. Yes, he said it. I'm going to repeat what he said. Why you keep trying to give knowledge to somebody who don't want to receive it? Don't you see they don't really want this? Especially if you self-righteous, you think you got the knowledge, you just ain't living the knowledge. Read.
For he will despise the wisdom of thy words.
Read that 9th verse again. What it say?
Speak not in the ears of a fool, For he will despise the wisdom of thy words.
You're trying to share with somebody how to be real, how to be right, and they get mad. You can go and apologize. Sometimes the saints, you want to get everything straight. So they say, I'm going to go and apologize. I got an alt with my brother. I'm going to go and apologize. We're going to apologize to a person, and the person still has a nasty attitude.
Amen.
I said, now you want to go and apologize to them for you to have a better relationship with them. You was apologizing to them to have a relationship with God. Because you said if you got an alt with your brother, you go to your brother.
Amen.
You're doing that for your relationship with him, not them. If they do respond and say, well, I apologize too, then that's your reward. But just in case they don't, tell somebody, I'm obeying God.
I'm obeying God.
It don't matter.
Hallelujah.
No matter if I went and told you I'm sorry, and I'm apologize the way I acted and so forth, but you don't accept it, then that's your business.
Amen.
God will deal with you down the road.
Amen.
Look at the life of Jesus, Isaiah 53:3. Read.
He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Now, we're going to give the Lord 7 minutes tonight. We're going to give him 7 minutes tonight. I'll deal with questions later. But right now, I want you to pray with somebody. I got a feeling that God want to bless somebody.
Hallelujah.
God want to bless somebody real good. He got a real good blessing for you. Do y'all hear me? Tell the Lord thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus, thank you, Jesus.
Kneel where you at. Give him 7 minutes. God, give me some strength. God, you can back him up with the organ. Glory. Everybody soft. Go say, "K my sata." Malagabate. Lord, I love you. I just want to be saved.
Thank you, Jesus.
Help somebody. Help somebody. I love myself. Yes, Lord. May God bless you. You have a smile upon you. Oh, sin, they got my name. 7 minutes.